Yo, this is Dyson Knight, and we are at episode 57. The good doc is here early. I know he excited. I was thinking he was excited about today's topic, but he just asked me to remind him of what the topic is. So I guess it's just a matter of him being on it today. But the topic is female friends. And oh my goodness, speaking about female friends, one of our new friends is in the building. How you doing, Hans?
Good. How are you guys?
I'm fantastic, spectacular.
Lovely. Right, yeah, man.
So I wanted to. I know this one is gonna be something a little saucy, and I didn't want to. Again, I think I'm gonna stop studying for these shows.
Stop.
Because I'm gonna stop studying because when I bring too much information and statistics and all other type stuff into the conversation, it kind of pulls away from like the laymanosity of it. You like that word?
No. We need your science, man. We need your scientific approach. We need that.
Yeah. All right. So Ans, and we were just talking before we started the show how pleasant and productive and efficient it is to have a female guest on with the three guys with the nasty 5+1. And I jump in straight into it. Like, why are women so intimidated with the female friends of their significant others? What's the danger zone? What is it that women see that we don't?
So I don't think that.
Here you go again. Hold on, wait. Before you even start this, you always on our side. You need to. You start with it. Don't listen. I want you to speak from your mature wisdom, but also from the wisdom of people that aren't as, let me see, in tune with reality, if I could put it like that.
I mean, Lord Dice, you want me to reach into the minds of a mind that I don't understand. I mean, because I feel like it depends on the relationship, the friendship, the
friendship between
the husband and the female, right?
Mm-hmm.
And truly, I feel like a husband can have a female friend just as long as there aren't blurred lines.
What are those blurred lines?
Yeah, what does that mean?
What line blurry? Because if I draw a line, I usually use a Sharpie. Let me see. I just had my Sharpie in my hand.
Oh, Lord.
Look at this. Unless it running out of ink, ain't nothing blurry about this line. So
as long as lines aren't crossed.
The line of being intimate
versus intimacy. Yes.
And that's physical intimacy or emotional intimacy, or both?
Both. Definitely both.
So here's where I want to take the conversation. Doc, you can jump in at any time.
Yes,
there are some things that I am much more comfortable with. Intimate things, much more. I feel less judged. I feel safer sharing those things with a female friend than I am sharing it with the female that I'm involved with.
I'm sad for you. No, because, and I mean genuinely, because your person that you are involved with, you should feel comfortable saying, I mean, anything.
I agree. And often that is the, how would I put that? That is, you would have an invitation to do exactly that. You'd be like, you could tell me anything. Just give me the truth.
That's not true. That's not true. That's never true.
It is true. It is true sometimes.
Talk to us, Ken.
Well, you can tell anything, but that doesn't mean that the result that you get, the sharing that information is going to be beneficial or even worth your time. It might end up actually putting you in more trouble. So, yeah, you can, but should you? No, absolutely
Yes, you should.
Most times you shouldn't. That's only because y'all will know. That's only because y'all will know. That's it. You're not objective. well, let me put my disclaimer out there. I don't have no. I used to have a tight female friend. I have a tight female friend who's met my last maybe four serious girlfriends. All right. She was
Right,
actually at my wedding, just in case any crazy girl showed up to my wedding. Okay. So she
right,
has, I know she have my back for real, and my wife knows she have my back for real.
right,
Right.
right,
So I have a true female friend like that, like a squad member. Right.
right.
Now, however, there are things that I could say to her, and there's language I could use with her that I cannot use with the girl I'm with, or I couldn't use with the girl I was with at the time.
Oh,
And and a lot of
Okay, since you
times,
say the girl, since you say the girl you were with at the time, I was reluctant to ask this question. But what kind of things can you say to this person that you couldn't say to the girl that you was with at the time?
right. Hmm.
like, it, well, it differs per person. Like, for example, if I didn't like something about what she did or said or how she looked, even if it was might even been sexual, on a few occasions. And
Right,
sometimes it's good to have a female friend to bounce that off first, right? To see,
right.
well, why is she doing this, or how could I get her to
Hmm.
do this, or how I can get her to stop doing this.
Why
You
Mm-hmm.
not
know what
just
I
go to
mean?
the source?
Because you're gonna get a biased answer. You're not gonna get a real response. You're gonna get a biased answer. First of all, if you say to the if you go to the girl and say, well, why are you doing this? They can say, what you mean? Why are you doing this? What am I doing?
So
They're
maybe
not
not
gonna
ask
say,
why is she doing it. Maybe lead by telling her you don't like what she's doing and here's how it makes you feel. And
that's
then,
even worse.
huh?
That's even worse.
No, it's not.
You can't start off by saying you don't like it.
Why not? Why not? Why would you
No,
just continue to accept something you don't like just to save someone's feelings?
no, 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 no. It's for me, right?
Uh huh.
If it's a serious relationship and I care, and this is the only relationship I'm talking about. If it's a serious relationship and I actually care, my approach in the past, I'm different now. But my approach in the past has always been to avoid argument when possible.
Absolutely, by all costs.
So
But it
avoid
shouldn't have to
argument,
be an argument.
but it
Okay,
always will be an argument.
hold on, Doc. Hold on, Doc. Let me put Nance in the hot seat here because I don't think she understands exactly what's happening here.
I'm trying.
What is happening is that you aunts,
Mm-hmm.
in your mature, emotionally intelligent era of existence,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
You get that when a man says something to you, it does
Mm-hmm.
not translate as him saying that you aren't enough or
Right.
that
Right.
but if he makes a remark about another woman, it does not mean that that is the type of thing that he prefers. That's not you would understand that. It was just
Right.
that, oh, that's an observation. If I walking down the street and I see a big breasted, big bongy girl walk over and I'd be like, damn, you would take that, you would look at it and be like, oh, okay, yeah, it's Dom. He's a man. He sees that this girl is voluptuous, and he is just making a comment. He turns his head and moves on and goes on about his business. Now you see, in I would own if I'm walking with my significant other and I see that in the corner of my eye, I'm gonna go like this, and that's it. In my mind, I can say Dom, right? But with my best friend, or not best friend, but with a female friend, I walking down the road, I could be like, God damn. Hey, you see that? And then she would be like, yada, yada. Now, and then she would know that my female friend would know that I have no more intention other than just making an observation that the girl is attractive. But it seemed like with my boys might be like, mother sick, yeah, way she look good, but yeah, say, right? And but my significant other would take that in, maybe would take that in as, oh, that's what you like, eh? These girls with all these wigsy hair and the swoop in the front of it. That's what you into. Or you trying to chase your, that's where you being, eh? Or you like it, you might as well go beautiful. See, I ain't into all of that. All I want to do is to be able to express the emotion I experienced when I saw this voluptuous woman. So where what is the why is it? No, first of all, do you agree that there is danger in saying damn when you see an attractive woman walking on the road if you are in the presence of your significant other?
It can be. It can, I wouldn't say it can be danger. Again, it depends on who your significant other is. Because if my husband and I are walking somewhere and I see a beautiful woman, I may point her out before he even notices.
And some women do that.
You know?
Yeah,
So
I've heard of that.
I mean, but look, and I can't sit here and say if I was out with my husband and he saw a woman and said damn, that I wouldn't. Now, I wouldn't be angry, but I would be taken back. First of all, because that's not something I've ever experienced with him. But at the same time, then I'd be looking like, you know what, she is beautiful, you know. But then, here's the
Stop the
bad
cap.
guy.
Stop the cap. Hold up. I was listening to everything
Hold up.
backstage. Stop the cap.
Hey,
Stop. Just stop. 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 Stop.
hold
Stop.
up.
Hey, Dyson. She
What
thought she
up,
was
my
going.
brother?
She thought she was going to ride the wave because Big JP ain't zoomed
Hmm.
in
I
yet.
She was
cannot
bullying us.
believe.
We was getting
Now I'm
bullied
here.
in here. You
The
hear
bullying
that?
stops.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's what's up.
Talking about. I made Jess, say that. Oh, she pretty too. Stop. 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 Stop.
Clearly, you don't know me, JP.
So okay, so back to aunts. We let JP. So you agree? You said that there's what you were saying before I got into that explaining that scenario is that it should be okay for you to be that type of expressive with your significant other. Your significant
So,
other should be. Go ahead.
okay, so I feel like you should be able to speak freely to your significant other, right? But I
Right.
do believe that we all have different ways of saying things depending on who we're around, right? Um, versus you around a parent or a pastor or a really good friend, or you may say things differently. Around your friends, you may say damn, like, oh, she bad or whatever. But
Right.
at the same time, I feel like if you were with your significant other and you saw an attractive female, I mean, literally right there where you couldn't even, avoid seeing this person, I think saying it in a different way may be received better.
Saying it how?
I mean, even
Because that's
saying,
a
oh,
reflex. That's a reflex.
it's a
I'm,
reflex.
I'm waiting to hear now. I'll say it out.
Well,
Yeah,
I don't
like
know.
if you see if you see a fine fella,
Uh-huh.
let's just say you walking down the street, you turn the bend, and the first thing you see is this gorgeous man standing in
Mm-hmm.
front of you. What
Mm-hmm.
is your initial reaction to that?
Damn, he looked like JP.
Oh
Spot on,
my God.
bro.
No,
Spot on. That's talent right there.
my initial reaction. I mean, I don't know. I've never been in a position where I've been that taken back by an
Right.
attractive man.
Hmm.
And I
Okay.
feel like women can be more subtle than men.
Mm.
Okay.
Mm. Okay. So do
But I
you
mean,
think that
she
women
ain't so bad.
go, do you feel as though women exemplify the way that we should respond to certain stimulation?
I'm not gonna say that because men are men and women are women. You know,
See, this is why, gents, I say we need that we need one more female. We need them ones who is be like who in the front of who Flicking well.
Y'all want a little toxicity.
Yeah. We
A
want
little resistance.
a little bit more balance. I would say it's balance because
Mhm.
what you're saying isn't a lot. Okay, so I did a poll, and I'll tell you let me get myself on here. I did a poll, and I polled myself. I polled all of the relationships, all the friendships that I've been in, right? All of the relationships, and then me, how we interacted with my female friends. And in all honesty, if I dated 10 people, 9 of them had a problem with me having a female friend.
I
So
mean, but
what you are an abnormality. You are not the normal situation, whereas you are cool with it as long as it's a platonic friendship.
right.
Yeah.
Let me jump in here, right? There's
What do
no
you
su-
think?
there is no such thing as a platonic friendship when it comes to a male and a female.
You
There's no
said
such
it.
thing.
Support it.
So
And I'm
what
going
is
to
it?
tell you why. Hold on. I'm going to tell you why. If you want to put my theory to a test, right? Get
Hmm.
any female, you included, Ans, I don't care. Get any female. My wife included any who claim, oh, I know so and so for X amount of years. He would never. Guess what? Call that nigga on the low and say, guess what? I've been going through a few things, and I think, I want you to come over and just be with me tonight. And let's see what he's going to say.
Oh well, I don't even have to test it. I know that's true.
Okay, so basically, there's no room for platonic friendships. Big JP is right once again. Carry on, y'all.
Yeah, but Big JP,
Mhm.
you are a contradiction to that fact as well, because and I've done this a lot of times too, because sometimes I'm different. All the time you're a different breed. I've had females call me up on that low, and I have the inclination. They may not say it right out, but I have the inclination that they want to do a little bit more than what our relationship is about.
But
And I'd be like,
attractive
no.
men like ourselves have to deal with that problem, sir.
Lord have mercy.
Well,
I, I
yeah,
got I gotta say I gotta say I
yeah.
gotta say um I I don't know if I'm an exception to the norm, but I have what I would consider a platonic friendship, right? Now
Hmm.
I haven't tested what JP said in the reverse, but I suspect from my side, and I suspect knowing her from her side, she would say the same thing. If I say to her, me and my wife mad, and I want you to come over tonight, she can be like, what you drinking? Like what's going on? What's wrong? You
Right.
know what I mean? And she can say
Mm.
what's wrong because she know me, so she can say, hold on, what's wrong with you? Why are you asking me to come over there? You understand what I'm
I
saying?
just want to talk, and I just want you to come over to me
No,
tonight and let's just talk and have a few drinks. You think she'll
no,
come?
no. I'm saying if I offer that to her,
Hmm.
she's gonna think that's very strange. You
Mm.
see what I'm saying?
Right.
Is she going to come though?
She
I
could
don't
check you.
know.
You could get
I don't
checked,
know.
but she would definitely check you. Be like,
She
"Big,
can definitely
what you
check. She
dealing
can
with?"
definitely
Right.
check.
Let me tell you what
She can.
happens. He will get checked, right? I agree. She will definitely check them. But based on the length of time that y'all know each other, just out of
Hmm.
her trying to be a supportive friend,
Hmm.
she will come over.
She
And
probably
that's where
might.
things will go left.
I had okay.
I don't know. I seriously doubt it. I
Okay.
doubt it.
Let,
I can't see it happening because
well,
I can't see myself doing it. And just thinking about it is kind of feels kind of gross. It feels like one of y'all niggas. That's how I feel. That's how I feel to me. It feel like it's one of y'all, and it's like, nah, bro. Like, no,
Oh,
nigga.
oh, you mean?
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. I
Okay,
understand what you're
Dyson.
saying.
So watch this. Quick question. Okay.
Shoot.
All right. So, but even no question. Quick thought. So let's put that same theory, which you just explained, Ken, in reverse. Okay. Let's
Right.
just say your wife has a guy that she's known for years and years and years. And he says that to her, or she says that to him. Would you think anything would happen if they get in the midst of each other and you're not around?
I can't vouch for them.
Exactly.
I can't say.
Exactly.
But I'm saying I can only talk for how I feel in my situation. I don't know what you do, to be honest. But this friend, you know her one. You know what you're talking about.
Yeah, yeah, I know.
And
I
we've
know
been
everything.
friends since the 90s. Like it's she's seen three or four of my serious girlfriends, but like she really been there. She
Ain't
around me
no
when I need love.
unicorns out here. Ain't no unicorns out here.
Wait,
Ruckus.
ants, ants have,
Unicorns, you can't find that. What you talking about? Ain't no unicorns out here, buddy.
ants have
Hey,
to be a unicorn.
but I'm saying though, she when I do garbage, she called me out when I was involved in when I was tolerating stuff I shouldn't be tolerating. She called me out again, the same way you always call me out. So I
Hmm.
mean, it's a different kind of relationship. Now, if you're just talking about some female who, I casually know, maybe from I don't know, church, from the store, from the gym, whatever like that. You know what I mean?
I feel you.
And that's a different story. That's a whole
Nice.
different story. But
Okay, let's
this
let's move
particular
on. Let's
person,
move on.
different.
Cool.
Someone said boundaries need to be set, and I can tell you no lie. I so tired of hearing the word boundaries.
Why?
Um, I mean, I am a free spirit. I understand what boundaries mean, but boundaries is a word that's always used in one-sided situations. And I'll explain that. But let me say now, this says boundaries need to be set and clear. I agree, but who are we setting these boundaries with? Is the boundaries with our significant other? And how many boundaries do you really need? I mean, until it before it gets excessive. Like with our seeing a girl walking down the road, do we need a boundary that says if I see a girl who I find attractive, the expectation is for you to see and don't see? Is that something that we need to sit down and have a conversation about?
I mean, you can't help
Or
but see. It's the reaction, I feel like, that causes problems. Not that you see.
okay, so let me get back to you, Ans.
Oh
With
Lord.
this you seeing a gorgeous man in front of you, and you
Mm-hmm.
don't react. You don't react externally, but do you react internally? Is there a stir of emotions in you if you see something pleasant at first glance?
Stir of emotions? No. So
All
say
cap.
for
Go ahead.
instance, say for instance, my husband and I are together. Because that's what we're talking right scenario, right? I'm with my
Yeah, and
partner.
that was my next jump, but go ahead. Hmm.
Okay, so I'm with my husband and there is an attractive man there, right?
Hmm.
So what may be attractive to me may be the way he's dressed, the way he carries himself, or something like that.
Exactly. Right.
Now, and it's not necessarily the way he looks, like features, but more the way he's dressed. If I saw that, I may say,
Go
"Love,
ahead.
that's
Go
a
ahead.
really nice
Guys
suit."
said I'm up next. Go ahead,
Or,
Alex. I'm up next.
so I would point out what's actually attractive in it.
Uh-huh.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes
It,
sense. It,
and
it means that you are cleverly walking around saying, damn, you get to express yourself, but you choose to express it in a way that you feel isn't disrespectful or isn't alarming to your significant other. Is that what you're
right.
saying?
In a
Right.
sense, because I feel like even if I were in a group of girlfriends, if there was
Mm-hmm.
an attractive man, I would
Mm-hmm.
point out, wow, is I like the way he dressed, or that really looks good, or
That,
Expo-
that's all you want to point out?
expo-
That's all
expose
you
that
want to
cat,
point out?
I mean, but
JP.
what else would we point out?
Hold on. Hold
Mm-hmm.
on. Listen now. Hold on. Now, hold on.
I'll
Let,
tell
let,
you.
let's, let's,
Go
let,
ahead,
let's get
JP.
something straight here. Okay.
Get it
Y'all already
straight.
saw, hold on. I'm putting it together so it come out right.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
As you're not explaining the situation to these three men that ain't been around the block, all
Okay.
right? Or
Mm-hmm.
these three men on this panel that ain't have experience, okay?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Ain't no woman pointing out no man because he's only dressed nice.
That's a lie.
It's something else
No,
about that man
no.
that you okay. So if this dude is 400 pounds and dressed nice, you're gonna say, damn, he dressed nice, boy. Wow, he looks really, really put together. No, you won't. No, you won't.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay, and now let's reverse it. I'm glad you agree to that. So now let me ask you this. So if there is a guy that's in shape, I ain't talking about no bodybuilder, but in shape and dressed nicely and good looking. Now what? What do you say then?
I mean, the
He has
same
nice
thing. If the
shoes.
suit look
The
good, the
shoes are
suit
really
look good.
nice.
Let me
If
No,
he
hold
no,
on.
look,
no, no,
if
no,
he,
no, no,
but I'm
no,
saying
no,
if he
no.
looks really nice, he looks nice. I don't
But you
No,
just,
understand what
hold
you're
on.
trying to
but
Hold.
you
respond.
just said, did you
Uh-huh.
not say
Hmm.
sometimes look, I say, oh, he's dressed nice. Now I'm asking you if dressed nice, yes, handsome, yes, nice body, yes. What do you only say, oh, wow, he's dressed nice? That's all you
So
say
how
still?
so
That type
how
of
would I see his body?
Let me
Ants,
answer that.
ants.
Answer.
You can tell if a guy's put together body wise without him being
But
naked.
no, man. But what I'm
Hold on.
saying
Hold on. Let,
is,
let me answer your question.
okay,
And whilst you are on, let me see what your reaction is. If you see
okay,
a fella that's dressed nice, or you
uh-huh,
automatically, first of all, is it okay for me to, because you say men and women are different.
yeah.
If is it okay for me to ask you at that point, well, why are you noticing how he dress? And also on on the flip side of that, do you also notice the size of his hands, or maybe the size of his shoes, or or whether or not his package is showing, or do you
Bro, they
notice
never tell you. Even if
No,
they
do you
do, they
notice
ain't gonna say it.
no.
do you notice if his
Oh,
lips
come
fat or
on.
thin?
Okay, so here's what I would look at, and my husband knows this to be true.
Hmm.
A tailored suit is very
Yeah,
attractive.
agreed. Agreed.
Okay,
100%.
so if I when I so when I if I were to see this, I'm not looking at hands and a package. It's like, wow, that really looks nice.
And, and, and,
I don't know what you're all trying to get me to
and,
say.
and, and, and,
Yeah, yes,
and, and.
yes, yes.
Okay, listen here. If you listen, I don't care
Oh
what
my
it's the same thing for men. It's the same thing for men. So I'm not dumping on you because you're a female. I dump on guys for the same thing.
But what are
Okay?
you
If you
what are you
see a guy in a tailor-made suit,
yes.
which means if that suit is tailor-made, that is made structurally to emphasize his body. Yes or no?
And
Tailor
his
made now.
pocket.
I don't
We
okay,
ain't
it
talking about
is.
no suit you bought at Walmart. Tailor made suit means that he went to get measured for that suit.
Yes, I
Yes?
said that. I said
Right.
tailored
So
suit.
let's just say, hypothetically speaking, he is
Mm-hmm.
wearing that suit, but that suit also emphasizes that he has a gorgeous body, pause, no homo, under that suit. And he's a handsome looking man. Is the suit the only thing you're noticing at that point now?
It
I
is
think
because then it also
Stop, man. Yeah, yo, let's move on. Let's
wouldn't you
move on.
consider
Let's
handsome?
move on, y'all. Let's move on. Let's
okay.
move
No,
on.
because no, beauty is in the eyes of the beholder.
Come
Period.
on, man. Don't hit
But
me with that.
Period.
Hey,
What
if
K
you
Mark
ask
in the
me,
comment section or something, man.
if you ask me, I think just as much
Yeah.
as it points to the physique of the fella, I knowing how a lot of women think, because I have female friends, it also points to his financial status. They
There
also relate
you go.
that
Thank you,
to
Dustin. Thank you. Thank you. That's all.
what
but
type
I
of.
don't feel like it has anything to do with handsome. He keeps trying to add handsome.
Yeah,
It
yeah, but
doesn't
money
have
handsome
anything to
though.
do with handsome.
Hey.
Money
Oh,
handsome
okay.
though.
Go ahead,
For
Ken.
women, money handsome.
Ken
Money
want to
is
add something. Go
handsome.
ahead,
But
Ken. Go
no,
ahead, Ken.
but see, he didn't say financially, Dyson. He said handsome and a tailored suit,
But
emphasizing
that's
his
your
body.
system.
Let me
You
hold on.
automatically feel. Listen, women think in a certain way, right? If a guy's well put together, y'all gonna think he financially secure. You'll find out after the point he's a bum.
Let's venture into that. Then I want to talk about this boundaries thing. Dr. Kent Bazard, do you get more play when you have on your white jacket coat and your what do you call
What
it,
you reading, bro?
stethoscope? Your stethoscope. If you
Stethoscope.
walk through the mall, yeah, your stethoscope. If you walk through the mall in your doctor white jacket, do you
Yeah.
get more eyes?
No.
Yeah,
No.
only a dweeb would do that. But
Thank you.
but
Now go walk to the mall,
only
right? In your
only
skinny
a real.
shorts and your
Now
shirt and see.
now I've had to, like, for example, one day this week, right after my workout, I had to stop the Kellys on the way home. So I was already pumped. I
Preach.
had
Right.
on my little I had on my little shirt,
Preach.
and when I walk in Kelly's, like, I ain't gonna lie, I felt uncomfortable. So much people was looking at me. Dudes
There
looking
you
at
go.
me, girls looking at me,
Because of your
old
clothes,
guys
bro,
looking.
is looking at your shirt.
Everybody's everybody's looking at me. So I was
Your
like,
shirt
damn.
is looking at you, is looking at your shirt.
Gals was
So
cussing left, right, and center. Aunts
Damn,
I'm
just
that's a
telling
don't
you,
know
nice
and
shirt
them.
you have on.
Mm.
Yeah, I show nobody. I show
You know, that look
nobody.
tailor made. That shirt look tailor made on him.
So
Come on now. Come on, Ants.
Ants,
Come on now.
I can't believe that, Ants. I can't
There you
believe that.
go.
I can't
All
believe
right,
that.
let's
Out,
let's
man.
move on. Let's move on. Let's move on. Let's go to
I can't
this.
believe that.
Let's go to this. Let's go to this. Let's speak more on the topic of when, and we were just pointing out, ladies and gentlemen, that the same way men see women, attractive women, and we respond, we may say, damn. Women see attractive men and they be like, damn. And it should be okay for you to have that type of relationship with your significant other where you can express yourself that way and not feel threatened in the relationship, because that is one of the benefits of a man having a female friend who he can share these type of experiences with and get an understanding of the way women think, and vice versa, where a woman could have those type of experience with a man and feel that freedom, because I'm sure a lot of women want that freedom. Someone that doesn't judge them, allows them to be who they are, laugh as loud as they want to laugh. They could just be themselves. And that's just, yeah, people being themselves with one another. That's the type of relationship that you should have. And if you don't have it, you might end up having a female friend. Now, boundaries. Ruckus said, it's always interesting how boundaries need to be set, except for the person who wants to set the boundary. And that is something that I totally relate to. Whenever the word boundaries comes, so maybe, let me ask the question. Doc, you ever bring up the topic of boundaries in a relationship?
In past relationships, yeah, I've had this conversation.
Yeah.
Well,
One.
not from my point. It's always been just like Ruckus is
Say
saying. It's
can't, bro.
always
Come on. Say can't.
We still on him,
no.
but
Listen,
since he's still talking, I can let him talk. Let me see if he can hang his stuff. Go ahead.
no, I just want to qualify what I was saying.
Right.
Yeah, I've had this conversation, but it was never me who brought it up. It was always the
That's
person
what I was
setting the
asking.
boundary.
Did you bring
Yeah.
it up? Did you bring it
No,
up?
I
All
didn't.
right.
No,
Okay.
no.
That's the question. One, did you
Mm.
ever bring up the conversation of boundaries? It may not be the word boundaries, but you know what boundaries mean. Did you ever
Mhm.
bring up those type of conversations with your significant other in relationships?
Yeah.
And tell us about it. What type of boundaries were you setting in the relationship?
I don't I don't believe in girls' night out. That's a boundaries for sure.
Explain. Oh, you gotta explain that one.
Gotta
Please
explain. I'm
do.
explaining. Because girls' night out is reserved for single women. That's why.
Hmm.
Hold on. Let me explain. You're asking, let me explain. The
Yeah, go
club,
ahead.
the club scenario is for single people mainly. Now, I'm not saying you can't be in the club on some couple shit. I ain't saying that. But if you're getting together with a bunch of your single female friends doing going out to the club night, no, that's a recipe for disaster. Now, I'm not saying you shouldn't trust your female, but with alcohol in the mix, shit happens. It's the same thing. But if a guy says I'm going out with my guy friends, and we
That's the
all know
point
how
right
you
there.
females feel when your guy friends are single, they ain't married. Come on, y'all feel some sort of way.
You
So,
hit the okay. Let me let Ans talk before I bring it
first of all,
circle
I
to
think
topic.
I think girls' night, girls' time, girls' trips are very important.
Cool.
And girls' nights does not equate to the club.
Okay. Oh boy, listen. Please tell us what it equates to.
Just spending
Inquiring
times
minds
with
want to know.
girlfriends,
Yeah.
hanging out.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Tell us about. I mean, see, as a man, I don't know what that looks like, Ans, because when men,
y'all
we
don't hang
thinking,
out?
yeah, but we thinking about. I mean, for me, I don't know how Juan and Kent those used to roll, because they left me at SC McPherson when they went to BBC,
You
right?
just don't bring up the
So
nasty five talk now.
so yeah, I'm only the plus one in the nasty five.
Mhm.
When I went to the club, and the reason why I didn't club a lot is because I thought that the club was a dating zone. I thought the club was like an old fashioned version of Tinder. Whenever I went to the club, I didn't go with I didn't spend $100 or $50 or get into the club free, or buy a girl buy drinks for me, or buy drinks for her friends, or whatever, however it is that I wanted to floss to just impress and be the popular guy in the club.
There
No,
was a
I wanted
purpose.
to find something. I wanted to find something
Exactly.
to take home. So maybe I
Hence,
should
it's
have
for
been.
single people.
Yeah,
Hence,
So
it's for single people.
I can count on one hand the number of times I've been to a club. Never been my scene.
Okay.
When girls have girl time, I know from my circle, we like to get together. They may sip wine, or whatnot. We talk about what's going on in our lives, and stuff like that with the
Talk
kids.
about who's well put together in tailor-made suits and shit like that.
come on, aunts.
I am
Y'all don't never
Exactly.
talk. Y'all don't
Exactly.
have no sexual
Oh my God,
Oh
conversations.
I
man.
wish.
Hey
I
girl.
truly
Hey
wish.
Dyson. Hey girl. I
Listen,
just want
no.
you to know last week I was out and you should have
So let
seen
me
this
just
400
let me
pound
just
man in
say
a tailor
this.
made
Let
suit.
me just say this.
Paige and Debbie. Where's Debbie?
I
Paige
was
and
just gonna
Debbie.
say, I wish my girlfriends were in the comments on this day because that is not what we do.
So y'all,
Now, single us versus married us, conversations were probably different.
all y'all married?
We have one that isn't in a relationship right now.
What
Oh,
wrong
okay.
with her? What happened though? Why is she in a relationship?
There is-
Is it? No, I just joking. I just joking. Um. Okay,
There's nothing
so
wrong.
back on this boundaries is and female friends. You what type of boundary needs to be set in order for you to be able to share a relationship with someone that you respect and trust, meaning to have a friend who is by the choice of God a female, right?
I like
What
that. It's about the choice of God. I like that.
Yeah, by the choice of God, it just happened that she's a female. And what is the issue? Is and one, you had hit the nail on the head, I think, when you talk about you putting having boundaries in a relationship.
Yeah.
And you said it's not that you don't trust the
Hmm.
female. And
Yep.
I want to ask you all this.
You don't. That's what that
I
is.
Hans, I could trust. Listen, let me hold on,
You
Dyson.
don't.
Wait, 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. 1 second.
No.
I,
That's a
I
lie.
already I
Hold on.
already plot to
I
see it.
could put I could put 100% trust in my wife,
Mm-hmm.
right? In the
Mm-hmm.
presence of another man.
Mm-hmm.
That does not mean other dudes ain't trying to fuck. Straight
So
up.
she could
Thoughts?
decline. What's the
I
problem?
understand that. I understand that. But you know what though? In a world where things happens, it still can happen. Don't
Okay.
What do
put
you
and
mean?
it goes all the way around too. Not like I said, I'm not dumping on females. Let's talk about men too. Like that could happen to men also. So what I'm trying to say, but the main thing is you can't put 100% trust in nobody because shit happens. That's the
Let me
reality of it.
let me bring the doc in on this one because he's a very protective guy, and we've had a few shows where this comes up. How in
Mm-hmm.
this scenario, what's good for the goose is not necessarily good for the gander because a woman in the presence of men doesn't have the same type of protection than a man does in the presence of women. You feel
Okay,
me
I
there?
agree. I agree with
So
that.
yeah.
Yeah.
So Doc, how are you feeling now about women, your significant other? What is the fear? What is it that you don't trust about your female being in the presence of a bunch of drunk men? What is it that you fear?
A bunch of drunk men. What kind of scenario is that?
We in the
Well,
club. Or
well,
a bunch of hot up men.
well,
A bunch of nasty guys.
Why is she there in the
my
first place though?
Right. I was just gonna say, why is she there?
Because she out girls' night. They're going to the strip club this week.
Girls' night does not equate to
Stop.
the club.
Stop.
Stop
Stop.
doing that.
Stop. Stop.
Okay.
Stop.
They going
All
to
right. But go ahead.
a fancy bar. A fancy bar. You would go to a fancy bar, Ants?
A
A
fancy
fancy
bar?
bar. Yeah,
No.
like a. Well, okay.
Like
So
like like
tell me
maybe
where
like
this.
a rooftop hangout spot where we could there's like maybe pool or golf or something,
No
where the
guys, no
scenery
guys
is
around.
nice. Now there may be music there, but it's not in a club.
Is there a
And
bartender?
what if you see that well put together tailor suit man in the corner? Do you all bring attention to that? I'm gonna stick on
I would
this
probably
tailor made
try
suit
to
bullshit.
I would probably point him out to my single friend.
Why? Why?
What do you mean?
Why?
Why
Why are
not?
you? I want. Why are you pointing them out? You. Why?
You
You.
just said if I saw the
Yes.
attractive tailor-made guy
But
and
you
he
married, Hans. But you
now
married.
if but what?
You
You can't
married them.
see. You supposed to leave your eyes home. Why don't you
That's
leave your
what
eyes
he
No,
said.
home?
no, 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 no. I said no, 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 no,
Really,
no, 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 no,
he,
no. She can leave.
but
She can see. She
he
can see
just
what she
saw for
wants.
me.
The
But
point
he just
is,
saw
why are
for
you
me.
pointing it out?
JP just saw for me. He just said that I saw the guy.
Yeah.
So I've seen him, and I
Okay.
directed my single friend to him.
Don't your
Okay.
single friend see him too?
But that's if she didn't see him. If she saw him, there's no need for me to point him out. You said I saw him. You didn't say she saw him.
Is there a bartender at this hangout spot? Girls' night spot.
A bar. Yeah.
Is
Ladies, what
there
do you have?
is there a waiter?
Yes. We need
I,
food.
is there other
Ladies, y'all
people?
ready to order?
Is there other people there? Possibly, maybe a guy who has a construction company who has like, probably the best flooring company in all of Florida is at the bar, and he
And
decides that.
he happens to have a real,
No,
nice beard.
he's not
You know,
there.
Look,
Okay,
look,
so no
look, Dyson,
JP,
Dyson,
no
oh
JP.
boy.
Dyson.
Right.
Hey, Dyson,
I
you
listen
know
now.
what? I ain't there. I own the joint.
I listen.
Blop.
I listen objectively. I
Okay.
listen to both sides,
Hmm.
and I thought about it, and you know what?
Oh Lord.
Um, there's it depends on what we're talking about and who we're talking about when it comes to myself. If you're talking about myself,
Hmm.
pre-marriage is a different situation,
It
right?
is. I agree.
But
Yeah.
since I've been married to the woman I'm married, and again, it depends on who you're married to too. So the person you're married to could make you feel uncomfortable in situations like that,
Yeah,
right?
agree.
Me, I'm concerned for my wife's safety. For example, I just told you guys, I sent my wife on a trip with her best friend to Europe for like 2 weeks for her
Good
40th
job,
birthday.
husband.
I mean, that honestly, if she saw some attractive guy, some Frenchman who she wanted to be with, there's nothing I could do about that. There's really nothing I
Bonjour.
could do about it.
Bonjour.
It's yeah, I mean, if
Carry
like
on,
my
Doc.
brother like my brother always told me, if a woman wants to do that, she can do that, but like ain't nothing
Yeah.
you can do about it.
Nothing.
Yeah.
It used to
Yeah.
be it used to be it used to, first of all, I don't think she'd be able to keep it from me. I think I'd tell right away. But
Right.
there used to be a time like in the beginning of our marriage, right? Um, was when the Rock's movie career was taking off. And
Right.
I saw how she looked at the Rock in the movie we was watching. And I was
Mm.
like, you
Yeah,
like that? I just wanted to know. I was like, you like that? And she was like, no. You know
yeah,
what I mean? I
yeah.
knew she
Right.
wasn't being. I knew she wasn't being honest. I didn't let it bother me. It didn't bother me at all. But
Yeah.
and at 18 years later, today, she was straight up tell me she thinks The Rock is attractive, and
It
I don't care.
boom.
You know what I mean? So I mean, I really don't care. So you know what I mean? So I don't know. I don't feel no way. If she wants to have a girls' night out and they want to go out, if they want to go jump up and down in the club, go ahead. Don't say nothing to me because when me and my boys go out, I don't want to hear a word. Because me
And
and my
that
boys you
and
know,
that
I'm
is the
But,
not.
but, but,
boundaryist
but
problem.
that's playing tit for tat right there, though.
No, I'm
That's
saying
playing tit for tat. That's
Uh,
all. You do,
no.
I
Not
do,
tit.
you do, I do. Come on, man.
No. Not
no,
tit for tat.
but
I'm
who
just
set the
saying.
boundaries though?
I'm
That
just
that
saying.
see that that's
You
my thing. Like when hold on, sorry. Go.
you
Um.
set the boundaries with your behavior, so it ain't really tit for tat per se. But if you decide to do something, if it wasn't something we discussed already, like if you discuss with your wife, no ladies' night out, and that's the boundary, then that's it. Anything else need to be discussed. But if we never discussed that, and she say, "Hey, I want to have a ladies' night out," go right ahead.
And
No big deal.
I feel like
Don't say nothing when I go.
that is the situation when it comes to boundaries. What's good for the goose is never good for the gander. Um, or often not good. It's okay if she does it because she is an upstanding citizen of humanity that
Politician.
deserves to be trusted, and you are just a low down, dirty, nasty dog. And you can't be trusted because you all about trying to juice any and everything. And now my thing is there are a lot of men I have some friends. I have one in particular comes to mind, who I think he has no what's the word? What's the phrase one? Um,
Oh, he has no
Penis control.
what do you mean for down there?
yes, yes, penis control.
Penis
Penis
control.
control.
Yes, yes, yeah.
Penis control.
There are some men out there that seem to not have any penis control,
Right.
but the movies, the TV shows, the knowledge that there are some guys out there does not apply that to every man in existence. And to have when in all of my relationships that had an issue with the female friend, I always felt as if, okay, you don't trust me. You don't believe that I have the sensibility to say that I am committed and I'm not trying to chase a sexual relationship with this person. That's one or
K
you are
Mac in the
fearful.
house. It's on the best behavior now. K Mac in the house.
You are my significant other. Are you?
Literally. And y'all don't even know. Like,
I know. I've seen it, right?
okay.
But the other thing is that is there, or it kind of makes me feel like there is some fear in my significant other not being able to pull the tricks on me that she may want to pull if I have a female in my arsenal.
Ah, that's
Ah,
interesting.
very interesting.
Ah,
Because I must admit that having my female friend gave me some insight that I probably would not have gotten from my younger male friends at the time. I
ah.
gotta tell you,
I
for
have
real.
always gotten good advice, information, and having the blinds removed from my eyes from my female friends more so than my significant other. My significant others have been very wrong about my relationships with my female friends, but my female friends have always, for the 99% of the time, spot on with what is about to transpire in my relationships.
But you know why?
Yes, please. I would love
You
to know why.
you probably speak more open and completely honest with your friend
Yes,
than you do to your significant other.
because
I'm
it's
a
a
joke.
safe
It's not.
space.
No, it's not
So
just that.
why not just get into a relationship with a good friend?
Let me ask y'all. Let me throw a monkey wrench in this whole conversation right here.
There you
That's
Let
a
And
me
go.
tell
good
I
you
and,
point.
now.
and
That's
I
a
and
good
I
point,
know.
Alex. That's the
And I
point of the night.
know. All right. The younger y'all, pre-marriage now. Any of y'all ever juice any of y'all best friends? Significant, the opposite sex?
Nope.
Not best friend.
Well, you know what I mean. Hey, friend,
Nope.
best friend, whatever.
Yeah, but not while in a relationship.
Never.
I have.
I never.
I never did
I
it.
know.
I have. I have. I have.
Dice, that's nasty six. I keep forgetting about that. It's all good.
Yeah, it's the plus one.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, but the thing is, it wasn't because of it being a relationship. Most of my relationships start in my business environment because I was either working or recording or like
Yeah.
my social life wasn't where other people would be social. I wasn't finding no relationships in church. I wasn't going to no clubs to find relationships. When I would perform, doing my shows, I would get on stage, have girls feel me up while I'm on stage, and then I would haul ass and go home after that
Yeah.
because I'd be fearful. I only looked tall on stage, but I was a short guy,
Yeah.
and I didn't always have all these
Hey,
Empire
you,
Fitness
you, you,
muscles.
you ain't tall like Morris Chestnut.
Right, right. You understand what I'm
I
saying?
know why I say that. I know why I said that. I know why I said that.
Well, oh,
That's
so
not why I said that.
it's Morris Chestnut. Hey, okay, so let me see if I could get Morris Chestnut to be around the bend when you
I
brag
know
the
what you
corner
want
and
to say. You know what you
see if
want
you
to
can
say?
say, damn.
Damn, Morris, you have a nice tailored suit. Anyway, I'm leaving.
I cannot stand it.
Right?
Nice soup. Nice
That's
soup,
good.
Morris.
That's good. Kmart
Nice
called
soup.
you out on that one. So
Oh my
I
Nice soup.
forget what I was I forget what I was saying, but I think we got two of the key points. We did go on quite a bit about the what is okay for women to do. And it's pretty much the social expectation that women can set a million boundaries. Men either don't have the desire to set boundaries, or we are a lot more. I don't know. I don't know what it is, but I find that I was kind of surprised that Juan said that he actually had a boundary inside a relationship, but I understood the boundary because the boundary was for the female protection, the protection of the female, not the protection of the relationship. And that, I
There you
think,
go.
that's a key point. It's not about him. Listen, I don't want to be in a relationship or even out of a relationship with it, with even friends with a female, and have to find out that she was the victim of some
Train.
Horrible
effery,
thing.
right? Okay, and so and on that foot, there may be some boundaries set with the relationship because I want to ensure that the environment you're in is safe.
I can
But
respect
yeah, let's see if we can wrap this up on this issue of female friends, because first of all, and we'll start with aunts. It's just a question before we go on to wrap up. Is it okay for your significant other to have a female friend? Yes or no?
that. Yes.
One
No,
is
no.
Doc,
Yes.
Dyson. Oh, hold on, wait. We do that again. Dyson. I do, and I want you to look me in my eye when I say this. It's exactly what the doctor said. You are going to do what it is that you want to do, and it ain't a damn thing I could do about it.
Nope.
So if you want to have a male friend, a flicking female friend, or whatever type of, or the two, ain't nothing I could do but that. I just want to feel loved and respected. Well, let me reverse that. Respected and loved in the relationship.
Yeah.
That's cool. Period. All right. So final words, ladies and gentlemen. I think that's my final word right there. But
I've got a question, Dyson.
shoot.
The poll that you put up on your story
Right.
about what were the results like?
No doubt, Ruckus. Real for real.
I have to go and check. I didn't check the results. I'll probably post the results. Yeah, I'm sorry. I wonder if I can dig into.
I thought you guys were gonna say who you thought was in the wrong on that today.
Yeah. So that do you remember the scenario? The scenario was that there's this. Let's share it. Let's share it right quick.
Okay.
Woman sets boundaries, and it's empowering if she sets it. Okay, so generally it was the situation where this woman, newly married, was with her new husband at a social event amongst all of their friends, and the man had a female best friend who decided that it was okay to go up to them crying in she just distraught about them having eloped to get married and the fact that she wasn't invited to the wedding. And she told this woman, new husband, that she's going to need some friendship TLC, and that she's hurt because she knows that when she gets married, he's going to be her best man or whatever the case may be. And then the female, the new wife says to this girl, he is your best friend, but you're not his.
Yeah.
So all of this emotion that you having is uncalled for because you don't mean that much to him.
And that's why Big JP said no from jump. You see all that bullshit right there? That's what I'm talking about. You see where it can go. You see where it can go. That's why I said no. But y'all do y'all. No. All that bullshit comes from nowhere. You say, I say, this one say, I know him this long. It's too much. I know her. It's too much bullshit. And hold on. It's the same for me. I don't believe in myself having a female friend either. So I'm not just putting that on her. The same rule for me.
Facts.
Not because I feel as if something won't happen. I just feel that it complicates things when it don't need to be complicated, like you explained it right now.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Eventually,
Hmm.
Now,
eventually it
I
will
will
complicate it.
say, and I guess in kind of support with JP, I will say that um, I'm sure my husband has associates, right? But there is no one. We don't have. There's no one close to us like we're close to us.
Hmm. Right.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, because
Like,
what that says is that there's a
A little
level of
bit, a
trust
little bit.
between you that
yeah.
no one can get in between because it's
except
that
except for Morris Chestnut.
except for Morris.
Or Jill Scott, because that's his. That is
Oh,
his
oh no, hold on,
celebrity
hold on,
Wait,
hold on,
crush.
wait,
hold on,
hey,
hold
hey,
on.
hey, hey, hey.
But we ain't
Let
talking
me cut
about
that out.
Kmart
Yeah,
Trust. We talking about your trust.
it's not about
Well,
him. Don't bring him
if
in
we're gonna
this.
talk about if we're
You.
gonna talk about Morris, we gotta talk about Jill.
No, we
Hmm.
what we're not gonna do on this particular topic is move the goalposts when we're talking about you. This week is Morris Chestnut. That's what we're talking about. Kmart,
Next
you
week will
good,
be
bro?
Jill Scott. Oh, speaking about next week. All right, so let's get the final words whilst I go and I gotta go and open up my my notes on what the topic is next week. All right, so final words. Who's going first? Well, JP, you up. You might as well go ahead. And I guess you pretty much said your piece, but recap.
I said my piece.
Um, as much as we want to pretend like we live in a perfect world where everybody respect everybody and everybody value different relationships and different situations that we may find ourselves in with our significant other, okay?
Mhm. Mhm.
Things happen. That is the world we live in,
Yep.
okay? And whether you want to admit it or not, or trust that person 100%, things happen. And I'm very aware that you cannot stop somebody from doing something that they want to do. And that goes for male or female. We know that across the board. But there is
Mhm.
such a thing as encouraging it to go in that direction when you're too relaxed about certain situations in a relationship. This coming
Mhm.
from me. You guys can be different. That's fine. All I'm saying is don't be surprised when X, Y, and Z occur or happen. And because it happened, because you were a little loose with your boundaries that you set
Yes.
on your significant other. Now, when we say boundaries, I'm not talking about you trying to like stop their life and don't make them enjoy life at all. That's not what I'm talking about. But
Yep.
I feel as a married couple, you should always act accordingly. I feel that when you go out, I rep. I go out or you go out. We're not around each other. You represent me. I represent you. By the way I speak, by the way I talk, by the way speak and talk same shit. By the way I speak, by the way I act, by the way I interact with people. Okay, but that's in a perfect world. We are not perfect. And like Anne said, if she just happens to run into Morris Chestnut with a tailor-made suit on, he might just get some words thrown at him. Who knows? You know what I'm saying?
She
So
might ask for an
that,
autograph.
she she might, and then Morris Chestnut might say, you know what? Hey, you have time for a drink? And
I
she
would
gonna say,
definitely not ask
no,
for an autograph.
no problem. I just like your tailor-made suit. I gotta go. Okay, my
Yep.
caller.
Yep.
So in other words, what I'm trying to say is that,
I can't.
in other words, what I'm trying to say is that a lot of things could be avoided. A lot of things could be, you know, shouldn't happen if you just put simple boundaries on situations.
All
And
right.
in my relationships, not that I'm not comfortable with it, because I get a woman, that's nothing. Hello,
Oh Lord God.
it's nothing. Okay, so that's not a problem. Okay, Big JP good in that area. Y'all know how I do. But the thing is, right? All I'm simply trying to say is, I know real talk. I just feel that in a marriage, you should act like a married couple. That type of behavior is reserved for single people. Certain spots where you may go is reserved for single people. There are spots you can go as a couple. Go there. There's the whole single nights and ladies' night out and all this other bullshit. Yeah, you had your time to do that when you were younger and single. That's all I'm simply trying to say. There's no reason to carry on that same indulgence 20, 30 years into a marriage. If you want to
Cool.
get together and feel
Uh,
that way,
uh,
if you want to get together and feel that way, get together with your married friends also, and you all go out. That's cool. But all
okay.
I know is that for men or for women, when you hang in a single atmosphere where a bunch of single people are and alcohol is flowing, there's a big possibility that things happen.
Cool.
That's me.
Cool. Doc.
Well, I gotta say, um, my position is similar but a little different. Um, but in the end result, it's still the same thing. Uh, in my earlier relationships when I was younger, um, I think looking back, my mistake has always been trying to control the P,
Hmm.
right? Trying to make the woman. When I say make, not being like a tyrant, but trying to make her feel a certain way about me, or trying to make her behave a certain way for me, or trying to make her be what I want my woman to be,
I dig
right?
it.
And again, not in a forceful way, but like I kind of had that expectation, and like that was everything to me.
Mm-hmm.
And now as a married man, I'm at the point now where like I'm not I don't care to do that anymore. And
Mm-hmm.
so far, um, like that's work. I mean, like I would like 10 years, not 10, more than 10, because you've been married 18 years. But my previous relationships, if a girl said, you know, she liked some celebrity, that used to bug me. It would bug
Yeah,
me. And every time I
Yeah.
saw the celebrity, I'd be mad, right?
bro.
Seriously. And no, for real. So I'm
That's
mad at
him,
the
Dyson.
celebrity.
That's him.
I'm mad at this. You know how stupid that is? I'm mad at the
Very,
Yeah.
celebrity
very stupid.
because my girlfriend, no, and I have one girlfriend in particular who used to make it, she used to do it on purpose. Whenever he came on the screen, she would go crazy and she would do it on purpose. Right in front of me, just to get me mad, you know. But but I'm glad I went through that stuff. I'm glad I went through that. Because if I had to go through it now, if I was just going through it now, I wouldn't be able to handle it. Right?
Yeah.
So now that I've went through that, I've experienced all of that, it's out of my system. It doesn't bother me if my wife thinks the rock of attractive. If she see him somewhere and he asks her for a drink, what I can do? Go right ahead. You know what I'm saying? Uh, uh, tell him send a couple of dollars his way, whatever. You know, but whatever she decides to do, there's nothing I can do about that. There's nothing I can do. Absolutely zero. So far, I don't try to set boundaries per se. Like like Juan said, and this is where it is similar. As a married couple, and as our married couple, because each married couple is their own married couple.
Yep.
We have our boundaries, and we know what our boundaries are because we are each other's best friend. So we
Mm.
know what our boundaries are. She knows how I want her to behave when she goes out. I don't have to tell her that. If I have to
Right,
tell her
Yeah.
that, we have
right.
we have a problem.
Hmm.
You have a problem, but I have to tell her how to behave. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
so I'm not even gonna think about it. So if she goes so far, it hasn't been an issue. But if she
Hmm.
chooses not to behave that way, and I find out, then that means that she's lost a respect for our boundary. She's lost the respect for our relationship,
Yeah.
right? So that's a bigger issue. So that's the approach I take.
Hmm.
And yeah, I just feel like you can't force them into that position. So should men have a female best friend? I believe that boundaries, but you definitely should be some distance, because what that woman said in your poll in the story, he might be your best friend, but what? She's not. He's mine. That's what she said in your in
Some
your in your
bullshit like
story, Dyson.
some
Something
bullshit
like
like
that.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Yeah. He's
I understand what she's saying. You guys may have been friends or whatever, but our best friend relationship is different from your best friend relationship. It ain't the same thing. We sleep together. We have kids together. We share a home together. That's not the same thing as, hey man.
there you go.
big difference.
Okay.
So I think there should be boundaries per se. Sorry, not you don't need hard boundaries, but there should be a respectful distance.
Right.
And your best friend would respect that. You shouldn't have to tell
Tell
them
them
that.
that.
My best
Right.
female friend would just she would not show up here without calling me.
Right.
Matter of fact, she might even call me. She might call my wife before she come here.
Right.
You
Right.
understand what I mean?
Right.
She probably
Mhm.
wouldn't even call me. So that's the kind of relationship that we have. So yeah, that's my approach.
All right. I won't add much to the conversation. I'm just going to say that, it's always a pleasure having these type discussions with you guys and gal. Next week, it is episode 58. And I may change the topic, but we're looking at how to choose minister of parliament, or how to choose, how to vote. What things should you look at? What things did you take into consideration? I wanted to switch it up from having the relationship type discussions, and let's see if we can rise our people up a little bit, put them on some game, just so we could be not really tell people how to vote, but just try to make you a bit more knowledge seeking, instead of just going for the guy in the flashy suit.
Tailor
Ladies.
made. Tailor made. Tailor made.
Pun intended.
Just a little bit. All right, so that's episode 57. We've been talking female friend. Is it okay for a man to have a female friend, or is it not? We have both sides represented in this discussion today, so you can make your own decision. Definitely subscribe to the Sup'm Show on YouTube. Also follow us on the Facebook page. It is the Sup'm Show all around. That's what's up. SUP''M, the Sup'm Show. All right. Thanks, everybody. And peace out. Y'all enjoy the rest of your Sunday. I got to go finish some homework.
It's this way. This way.
Which way?
No, Dyson, that way, man.
It's been fun, you guys.
There you go. So,
That's
you don't
right.
salute? You don't salute? No, the other way.
The other hand.
There you
Yeah.
go.
All right. Peace out.
Salute, y'all. Peace out.
Good night.